Neutral's my usual co-commentator also isn't here, so he's unable to make predictions as well. So I guess that makes it fair. I want to see the Discord to see if I can get context on why Minico didn't show up in Q3. Do I get any? No, Minico is in the Discord, but isn't saying much. I don't know what's up. Minico must have had some reason that he like didn't attempt a lap at all. Must have been something. I just realized when we have often Kartoffel racing in F1 one day. Oh, cringe! Cringe pointing out that Minico actually invalidated all the laps. Oh, okay. I didn't get that. Okay, okay, yeah, that makes a lot more sense than what I said. Yeah, because I was like, he didn't even attempt a lap. I completely forgot that you can just like invalidate your laps. Yeah. What does that mean? Who is gonna fuck my fuel? What does that mean? I don't get it. Oh, because like if you cause a safety car, you're gonna mess up the fuel, or what? Yeah, maybe. In SFR, we get like one safety car per race usually, but this isn't the kind of track where people just like die constantly in a barrier because it's kind of open. It's got lots of runoff. I wouldn't be so confident calling a safety car here. Maybe that's what Aston Martin is going for with their fuel strategy. Game doesn't give you enough fuel, so I have to increase it. Okay, okay. So what the Aston Martin engineer is pointing out in the Twitch chat is that for some tracks, Codemasters got it wrong with the fuel predictions. So if you go with default fuel, game's gonna fuck you over and you're not gonna have enough fuel to finish the race. So what ends up happening is there. Oh yeah, short tires. Yeah, I forgot the short tires, right? What ends up happening is there is this knowledge check layer to the race because a bunch of cars will be dead at the end, unless there's a ton of safety cars happening, of course. But let's assume there's no safety car. A bunch of cars will be like completely dead at the end without fuel and like unable to finish the race properly because they didn't pass the little knowledge check, right? With the fuel. And SFR is simultaneously casual and competitive enough that I totally see that happening to some cars, especially those teams that do not have like a dedicated engineer that knows a lot about the game. Like for example, Aston Martin and maybe Red Bull. I know Red Bull has an engineer. I even suspect he's in Twitch chat, but he won't out himself. Those teams are probably safe because they have engineers. They probably know a lot about the game, right? But a team like I don't know Alpine, it's possible that like no one told Igzish about the weird fuel situation, right? And Igzish isn't this like esports sweat, you know? Or someone who just like races less often. I don't know. Anyway, we're gonna see who failed the knowledge check at the very end of the event. That's gonna be fun to see. Maybe we wanna follow Max Martin along and doing the last to first challenge after the quali ban. We do have to look at the front somewhat though. Kogoda getting a nice start in P1. Cookie tucking in so far behind Kogoda. Already a little DRS train forming here in the top 4. Pyko is battling people. Someone is dead. Not literally dead, but in the gravel. That's Alex struggling, getting out of the gravel here. Must have been some incident. Kel is dropping back a little bit. What is happening with Kel? Just losing positions due to having a slower car, I presume. Mythos Speed is right behind Kel. Tier 4 battle. We've been starved for tier 4 battles for a while at the start of the season because we had no... I think Alfa Romeo drivers were not attending. Some Haas drivers were not attending, but now we're getting some tier 4 battles again. Here 4 meaning Alfa Romeo and Haas, by the way. The league has a performance order if you're new to the stream. Because it's a realistic performance. Zombo is right behind Big Sauce. Big Sauce, who had an amazing qualified in P9, I believe, has dropped a few positions here, struggling to keep the success going in at the start of the race. This battle at the front is going to kick off now. Turn 1 being the optimal spot to overtake on this track, as we saw in F2. Lennart staying in P3, but Cookie forcing Kogoda back to P2. And Lennart sticking behind. Nikon is doing very well since the race start, utilizing that Mercedes. I'm starting to believe more and more that the track really favors Mercedes, as we see Nikon with the subpar qualifying, but a really good start to the race, apparently. P6 already. Miniko making up a few positions as well from the start in the Aston. Miniko, one of the most impressive new drivers in the league for sure. Really deserves that Aston Martin seat. Has had great results in F2 and now doing really well in F1. Even winning a race, actually. Miniko is the only non-tier 1 or like non-tier 2 race winner this season, because the Aston Martin is tier 3. He won Baku because Baku has so much chaos that we had an Alpine and an Aston Martin winning and an Alpine on the podium, and I believe there was an Alfa Romeo on the podium as well in that race. That was a crazy one. But yeah, Miniko here in P7. FICO not doing so well. I wonder what happened there. Who was it that just did like a crazy move out of that last corner? That was Miniko. Okay, that must have been Miniko trying to lose the slipstream or something. Or like drop the slipstream behind him. Nice battle with Nikon here. Oh, Nikon loses the position. Oh my god. Nikon, who was, I believe, just Miniko's teammate last week. Reserving for Aston Martin. Is now battling against him from a slightly better car. Not that slightly, actually. Mercedes is probably a lot better than the Aston, but softs or have a lot of wear. All right, puppy. This is cool. Now that we have more engineers in the league, we can get like scoops on tire wear. That's actually really dope. And I can repeat them on commentary, and boom, they're on the record, baby. Pandishpan. Pandishpan is much better than having a P12 here. I wonder what's going on with Pandish. I suspect the track isn't great for the Alpine car. Might have something to do with it. We also see that Pandish is on the slowest tire, of course, on the hards. So something going on there with the strategy. Pandishpan, one of the only drivers on the hards. The only other one is Max Martin, who's playing the long game. P17 now. Doing that last to first challenge, as I said. Oh, as I have to interrupt that broadcast to show Lennart possibly taking over P2. Nope, still stuck behind Kogoda. Cookie running away from the P2 and P3 cars though. Already 1.5 seconds ahead. 1.6 now. Nikon dropping positions a little bit, but if there's anyone that can overtake you without you feeling any shame, it's FICO. He's one of the best drivers in the league. It's frankly a travesty that he's in P7 right now and not P2 or something. As we see FICO making a tiny mistake there out of turn 6, and Nikon following suit somehow. It seems that FICO's mistakes are contagious. FICO's oversteer is contagious? We gotta look into that. Make him wear a mask or something. Max Martin making up another position, overtaking the AlphaTauri of Zombo there. That's not a super difficult overtake on the worst car on the grid, but gotta do what you gotta do when you're quali banned and you gotta start from last. So I guess Max Martin doing his best Perez impression here. Except instead of messing up in quali, he just, you know, got himself yeeted from the quali. That works too. Next opponent of Max Martin will be Casper Sky in the Aston. Not doing too great this weekend so far. Oh, unlucky for Casper. We see F1 Senna getting Nikon. Is Nikon running out of battery? Yeah, it looks like it. The light is flashing on Nikon. That means no battery. If I put it in scientific terms, I think it's something is harvesting. There we go. I made it all knowledgeable and scientific for you. Kogoda has lost that P3 when I wasn't looking, so that's not the greatest job spectating for me. Must have been turn 1. Lenart must have taken that P2 in turn 1. Now we have this little train forming behind Kogoda, or rather behind Lenart, I should say. Battle for P2. There's 5 cars in that thing. Minico closing off at the end, and we have both McLarens in there and Kogoda. Oh, Kogoda takes it back through sector 2. This is the spot where you could do something, yeah, because it's like a long straight area. We didn't see really that many moves being done in F2 here, but it only makes sense that you'd see more in F1 because these cars have more downforce, of course. Is that gonna bite Kogoda in the butt though when Lenart gets DRS now and just makes an easy overtake here? And in the future, will Kogoda stop himself from doing such a move to prevent exactly this happening, as we see Lenart taking it back easily? Like candy from an Irish baby. Battery check. Cohen has a lot of battery in the McLaren. Oh, Henry has no battery, yikes. Nikon is low on battery. Oh yeah, we mentioned that. Pandishpan up to P10 already. And Igzish is fighting. Igzish, who had a dreadful qualifying as well. Making up a lot of positions here. Actually, let's take a look at that. Up 6 positions, wow. Igzish is doing much better than Max Martin, actually. What's up with that? Max Martin was supposed to do this last to first in the Red Bull, the tier 1 car. But Igzish is beating him by completely dogging... Wait, doesn't that mean that he did good? Completely botching the Q1 session. And making up 6 positions to make it up to P12. And Max Martin is like 5 positions up. Stuck behind Igzish. Oh, going off track there. He could argue that he was forced off track there by Casper. You could also argue that he was finishing an overtake off track and that's an illegal overtake. You could say both. It's hard to say right now on the broadcast. Oh, I'm hearing that Mythos has brake problems. Okay. That's wild. Oh. Lenart just overtook Kogoda. Wait, did they do the same thing? Did they do the same switcheroo? I guess we're about to see at the end of Sector 2 what's up with that. But I suspect there might have been some switcheroos happening. I should probably pay more attention to the top 6 cars. I'm not used to doing that because it's very dominant. Sometimes, but yeah. Oh, Kel with a penalty. That's gonna hurt. Kel has dropped many positions since making it into Q3. That Haas is not doing too well in the race, even though it was firing on all cylinders in quali. Okay, this is the spot. Kogoda is not super close this time, so there's no way to make anything happen. We see this very long train of cars here, still chugging along. Oh, actually, FICO has joined the train. Because the last time we checked on the train was 5 cars long. Now it's 6 cars long. FICO's at the end of it. Minico is closing it out last time. Kogoda is the first one with DRS in the train, as we see Cookie running away 5 seconds ahead of everyone. Kogoda not making the move happen though, in the spot where you expect all the moves to happen. In fact, everybody in the train keeping position. Mythos with the brake problems though, overtaken by Igzish. And now Igzish will be up against his teammate as soon as he makes up that 3-second gap. As I say that, Pandishpan, Igzish's teammate, fighting Nikon through turn 5 here. Oh, some contact there. Nikon may be a little too eager to turn in. We see those drivers squeezing everything out of these cars on the exits. Exit of turn 6, especially challenging. We saw FICO spin almost on there. We saw Nikon spin almost on there. We see Pandishpan struggling on the exit as well with those hard tires. That's not because Pandishpan sucks, it's because they're squeezing everything that they can out of these cars. get the best time. And as I say that, Nikon goes off track. That's probably a track limits warning. That might sting in the future when he gets a 3-second time pen. Given Max orders to nuke the Alpine ahead. Okay. Red Bull is planning something. Speaking of Max Martin. By the way, I think that was Red Bull engineer who said that. That was me quoting. I did not give orders for Max to nuke anyone. Just for the record. Miniko taking over P5 from Henry. Bad news for Henry. Who now might be an easy target for FICO as well. We see Max Martin overtaking Mythos. Mythos allegedly with the brake problems. I wonder if we watched Mythos for a while, we could see the brake problems happen, but there's probably better like battles, actual battles to watch and stuff. So. Oh my god. I didn't expect that to happen. And we also have damage. And FICO retiring. Wait, did FICO just die? Did that car legitimately get destroyed by that? Oh man. I was like looking at the track map or Twitch chat or something. I didn't even like, I know the incident was on camera, but I did not like see what happened there. There must have been something between Kogoda and Lennart. Lennart spun. It's also possible Lennart spun on his own as well. Anyway, Lennart spinning and taking out his teammate as he's spinning. The Ferrari that was ahead literally caused the death of the Ferrari that was like 5 positions behind, because everybody dodged successfully, it seems, except for FICO. So that means through like sheer amazing bad fortune, one Ferrari completely takes out another. That is crazy. I can't even put into words how unlucky that is for Ferrari and for FICO. Well, my condolences to Ferrari. We have a virtual safety car that's shaking the grid up a lot because people are pitting. And I should show tires because people are changing the tires. Cookie getting a drive-through penalty for speeding. Oh boy. The drama is popping off for this one. It's not exactly cool, wholesome drama like we had in Silverstone. That was like one of the best, cleanest races ever in SFR. But it's also not the worst ever because we're not seeing pileups between 8 cars. We're just seeing like, you know, a little incident here and there. Cookie's drive-through penalty will absolutely slaughter his chances of winning this race. And you know what? The Red Bull is so good that it's still possible that Cookie wins this. But not very possible. Oh yeah, actually a safety car could show... a safety car could help Cookie here. If the safety car happens after he serves the drive-through, of course. Could you show stops? I'm going to show stops, yeah. We have Cookie pitting. We have Miniko and Cohen pitting. Out of the top people, we have Nikon and Lennart pitting. Lennart definitely had wing damage from that incident as well, I bet. So went onto the hards. Let's see the tires again. Oh, Cal. Cal versus Miniko. Miniko overtaking as Cal dives into the pits. Okay. Cal will be going onto hards, I believe, and maybe trying to get them to go to the end or something? I don't know. Tire wear is crazy on this track. Lennart battling with Nikon. A driver of Lennart's level, that should be easy peasy for Lennart to win this battle. And make it happen. Is he close enough? He is, with the help of DRS. He's making an easy move here. No stream notification in Discord? Oh, well, that sucks, but it's probably too late to do anything about that. But yeah, that's bad. I bet that the bot was asleep or something. It happens sometimes. All this chaos has catapulted Max into P5. A number of people have pitted, so obviously that's like... That's not the best way to gain positions, but it is a way. Max has set his sights on Panderspan now. He's right behind this Alpine. And we heard some rumors that Max has orders to nuke the Alpine. We're gonna see if that happens. Oh yeah, also, I guess I haven't mentioned this the entire stream, but Max is on 7 penalty points right now. If he gets a single penalty point in this race, he's like league banned. Just like Cringe was, which you can make your way back from that. We saw Cringe tearing it up in F2 today, so it's actually not the end of the world. You're just banned for like 10 rounds, which is like, what, 3 months? Something like that. Oh, Cookie also making up positions, as we just saw Max overtake Pandish there. And Cookie overtaking Cohen on the mediums. Cookie switching to mediums. Those mediums will not last to the end, but this is not a one-stop race. Pandishpan sticking behind Max, staying in DRS range, although might be falling off soon. Hard to say. But that 8 tenths is not looking great for Pandish, let me just say. Oh, it's 9 tenths now. Yep, that's what I meant, exactly. Casper and Mythos. Casper overtaking the Alfa Romeo there. And working his way up to Igzish. Let's see the tire age between Casper and Igzish. What's the battle there? Oh, they both stopped for the virtual safety car. And Casper went on mediums and Igzish went on hards. That's cool. Red Bull strategists are praying for a safety car in the lap 18-19 SC window. Yeah, because of the mediums, right? I figured. Top 3 you'll have to pit soon? Yeah. I don't know if we're gonna see a safety car in this one anymore. Someone would have to lose it, like exit of what, turn 10 or something, and die in a barrier. I don't know if that's so likely. I think that FICO thing that just happened, that wasn't so likely either. And that was just a VSC as well. Probably the wrong call to stay out during the VSC, often Kartoffel alleges in Twitch chat. Yeah, maybe. I think, personally, I would agree, but we're gonna see how it shakes out. I can't be too biased. Remember how in F2, if you were watching F2, I said that this track is prone to have lots of track limits violations? We're seeing the proverbial... what's the expression? We're seeing the proverbial sack being opened here as the track limits penalties are pouring out and gracing everyone, including Henry, Pandishman, Casper, and a certain Haas driver. Kogoda pitting. What tires is he getting? It's hards. He's getting hards. Cool. F1 Senna is P2. Okay, we gotta go back to stops. So, everyone has stopped except the top 3 people and Pandish. Pandish in P5. Miniko after his stop already overtaking Pandish. That's pretty impressive from Miniko. He might be cooking, as they say. As the kids say. The FICO curse strikes again? You're not cursed. Mercedes cars are cursed this season. I don't know if you're cursed. You get taken out sometimes, yeah, but I don't know if you're cursed. Surely vodka has to be cursed, you know? Have you seen vodka finish a race? Without, like, dying to a random thing? That was the first half of the season. We haven't even seen vodka attend today because Nikon is filling in for him. Okay, what are the stops again? Yeah, alright. Where is Cookie? Cookie has served his drive-thru. Okay. Wait, really? Cookie's P6? He's this close behind everyone after having served the drive-thru? Whoa! That's wild. These top drivers who have stayed out for such a long time, they're finally pitting. I wonder what the tire wear is on Max's car right now. 14 laps on hards. Give me, in Twitch chat, give me your best guess for the tire wear on Max Martin's car right now. And we're gonna ask him later. Maybe even do an interview. Whoa. Max is the only driver who hasn't pitted yet. Nope. This is also Pandish. My bad. Pandish is also on 14 lap old hearts. Nikon battling. Nice little heli shot here of turn 5 overtake attempt. I was gonna say turn 5 overtake, but then it was a turn 5 overtake attempt as Nikon loses out to Henry. Henry getting away 6 tenths ahead now. That was quick. Igzish is gonna try to get one over Mythos. I love the name Mythos Speed. Because it's like... Because like Mythos sounds funny, and at the same time he's got like speed in there. It's not like some kind of weird Magic the Gathering monster, like Mythos Speed. Not really a monster, more like a Magic the Gathering wizard. Who's also very fast for some reason. Oh, Nikon with a pen. Pandish pen pits. And Max not pitting, but Max's tires have fallen off so far that he's getting overtaken by a car that is 2 tiers lower than him on the main straight. So that must be indicative of something. We also have Cookie after serving the drive-thru catching up to Max. Less than 3 seconds behind now. Usually 3 seconds is a lot, but not to Cookie. Not when you're Cookie and the Red Bull in this league. A bunch of battles. It's not battles, it's Pandish Pan pitting, right. A bunch of order swaps. Is what I meant to say. Igis is out of battery. Right in front of Mythos. I wonder if Mythos has had his brake problems go away. We saw Mythos allegedly with some brake problems. Probably truth to that. There's no point lying about such a thing. So yeah. I believe often Kartoffel is engineering from Mythos anyway, so. That means when Often makes it into F1, Mythos is gonna lose his engineer. Could it be that Mythos is bribing the FIA to keep Often Kartoffel in the feeders so that Often Kartoffel doesn't move up and Mythos doesn't lose an engineer? That would be quite drama. Quite the drama. My English not working today. Max Martin is back at it. I think maybe Max Martin is on his in-lap right now, so he's like push, you know, and he's getting up there into Miniko's gearbox maybe. Often Kartoffel says, we engineer each other while we drive in other leagues as well. What about the League of Legends? I'm sorry for making that joke. I regret it immediately. Hey, Cookie is now in DRS range of Max. That is crazy. He got beaten by Kogoda on 1 lap pace in quali. Kogoda beat him by like over 10, like what, 17 milliseconds. But you're not seeing that in the race at all. Cookie is absolutely massacring these people, getting drive-thrus, brushing them off, and moving on. If this keeps going like this, Cookie easily wins this race. That said, Cookie has the questionable strategy situation. Did you just say box for wets in the chat? Are you for real? No. No. I'm surprised Max Martin hasn't boxed. I was saying how he's maybe on an in-lap, but nope. What is the age on Max Martin's tires? 17 laps? He's just been going from the start? Oh my god. That is wild. Cohen is racing Kogoda 7 seconds behind these top 3 guys. Kogoda is on the hard tire, so you see a big difference there. Oh, F1 with the Mythos. Are the 2 teammates legit battling? They're not playing team games? Usually in SFR you expect team games from everyone because it's like real F1. It's like the Constructors' Championship matters a lot more usually than the driver's stuff. Senna just gained 9 tenths on the straight. Okay, sure. Are these guys not supposed to like cooperate though? They are on the same team. Look, all I'm saying is the bosses of these teams are in charge, and they want the constructors to pan out for them. So, you know, they want to get promoted. That's what DRS is. Yeah, DRS does make you faster on straights. That is correct. One funny thing I'm noticing about this track, it has a lot better shots on the broadcast cam than most tracks. I feel like Cody's tried harder with this one. Does that make sense? Yeah, I really feel like that's true. I don't know why. I feel like that's true. Maybe it's because the geometry and the geography of the track allows there to be those angles, or like at least that's what a Cody's person would say if you ask them, a developer. I don't know. Let's see the battle between Alfa Romeos and stuff. Alfa Romeos are also attacking the Alpine of Pandish, who does have a 3-second time penalty, but you know, on track, that can't stop you. Dan Edwin points out it's a new track. Yeah. Oh yeah, they didn't want to bother. Yeah. But wouldn't that mean that Miami has better camera angles? Or Las Vegas has better camera? We need to test Miami and Las Vegas camera angles to really put that to the microscope. Hey, Max Martin finally pitting. After 20 laps, he's putting on softs. And those softs are barely gonna last the 9 laps to the end, probably. Yeah, if you get 5% per lap, then it might be lower for the RB though, as it is the best car. Minico also on the softs, I believe, right? Let's verify that. Yep, Minico also on the softs. Cool. Where are they coming out? Minico is coming out right ahead of F1 Senna. Should be keeping the position and should do so easily on the softs against the Alfa Romeo's hards, of course. And Max Martin coming out ahead of Igzish, right behind Mythos speed, who he's about to overtake. And there we go. So Minico, Max Martin entering pits together. F1 Senna ends up right behind the, right in between them. Pandish on Minico. Oh, Cookie pitting. The safety car hasn't happened. And now Cookie's got a pit. Finally, some easy to follow drama for me, a very average, mediocre spectator. You want me to show tires? I can show tires. As we see Cookie switching the softs. Obviously, just like Max Martin and Minico, Cookie looking to make those softs last until the very end. Now, where is Cookie going to come out? And will he be able to pull this win off? It's all about this right now. Okay, I'm done showing the tires. We can have it take up half the screen for the entire time. Cookie comes out right ahead of Minico. No trouble there, securing that P5. But what does that mean? He hasn't really lost much time. It seems that you don't lose much time in the pits in Qatar, huh? Cookie is now around, what, 15, 13 seconds from the lead? Making up 15 seconds in 8 laps on softs. I don't know if Cookie can pull that off, to be completely honest with you. He will try, and that's the entertaining part. Speaking of Red Bulls trying, Max Martin on the last to first challenge just annihilated his chances by getting a 3-second time penalty. I was gonna praise him and say good stuff, but that's what ended up happening. I mean, it is still pretty cool to go from P19 to P7, so I'm gonna give him some credit. What's Red Bull tax? What's Red Bull tax? Don't you mean like just Red Bull being fast? Is that what you mean? Surely it's not a tax then. It's a... Oh yeah, it's an advantage. Yeah, it's not a tax. What's the word when you get money from the government because like COVID hit your business? Subsidiary? No. Damn it. I forgot the word. Dang it. Yeah, it's free money, but there was like a nice word for it. Anyway, Cookie. Cookie is 4 seconds behind Leonard. That Ferrari is not going to be the easiest car ever to overtake. And then he's going to make it past the 2 McLarens. Is anyone gonna... No, all these people at the top, they're gonna stay out until the end. Yeah, alright. You gotta say though, these McLarens on the hards, they might struggle defending at all against Cookie when he makes it up to them. In the order. Can we get a Maca double podium, says McLaren TP, who's not biased at all in the Twitch chat. We might. I struggle to imagine Henry successfully defending from the north here, especially given Henry's time penalty. You could, like, it's possible that Henry's time penalty was unfair. It's not very possible, but it is technically probable. So maybe something could happen here. And Leonard could get a penalty as well in the steward's office later. So maybe there could be a double podium here, but that's after penalties. Right now, it's Leonard completely taking over P3 from Henry. And Cookie's already almost in DRS range. You can, just as we're watching Leonard here, you can see Cookie creeping in the back behind Leonard there. Very quickly catching up on those softs. Those softs are quick. There is a substantial gap between Leonard and Cohen, Leonard and the top 2. And I'm imagining Cookie will have to come at Leonard with everything he's got, because Leonard isn't gonna let that P3 go so easily. And Leonard is a top driver in the top car. So we'll see. Cookie makes it past Henry without trouble. Like I was predicting, those hards are not lasting. It's not that the hards didn't last, it's just that they don't allow you to make crazy moves, right? So that makes sense. Let's see how Leonard can do defending. I'm about to have a coughing fit. Why is this happening? This is really bad. Oh. DRS. Helps Cookie out. And Leonard can do naught but tuck in. Wow. It's really dominant from the Red Bull there. You can see the car advantage clear as day. And the tire advantage, of course. Those hards are not so fast on the straights as well. Yeah. It's also the tire age. Leonard's tires are really old. So yeah, the battle that was promised, it was not that great. It was like the ending of Game of Thrones. You expected a lot from it, and it wasn't very good. But Cookie has 5 laps to go, and he has to make up quite the gap to the top 2, and then overtake Kogoda. And what tire is Kogoda on? Let's quickly check. Hards. Kogoda's tires are slightly younger than Leonard's, so there might be something there. Also, Kogoda has added incentive to defend from Cookie because it is the race win he's fighting for. Speaking of fighting, what's up with this Mythos and Pandishpan battle? Mythos is close behind the Alpine. Alfa Romeo in the points right now, after penalties certainly in the points as well, with Pandish dropping a position, possibly here. Cookie is climbing up, 2.5 seconds behind P2, and 4.5 seconds behind P1. Mythos makes a nice clean overtake, not in turn 1, which is entertaining, I guess. And Pandishpan kind of loses it and goes off the track. I feel like it does seem that the track isn't great for the Alpines, because I can't imagine that Pandishpan is suddenly underperforming here. Because Pandishpan has been very impressive this season. I don't really... By the way, Pandishpan snatching that position back on track from Mythos in turn 1 with the help of DRS. This kind of disincentivizes overtaking anywhere else, actually. Oh, Cohen gets a time pen. Oh boy. Cookie is in DRS range of Cohen now. And that McLaren will not have an easy time defending from the Red Bull, and nor Nor I feel like will it want to? There's really no point almost. I wonder if Cohen puts in any like attempt. Aston Martin engineer in Twitch chat praying that Cohen commits a war crime and takes out the Red Bull. So that Miniko can gain positions, I guess? I guess it do be like that. But on the main straight, with the help of DRS, there's nothing Cohen can do. Similarly to other cars that Cookie has crushed under his thighs. What's with the yellow flag? What is with the yellow flag? Mythos. Oh boy. That was maybe an unsafe rejoin. Mythos had a yellow flag and it only seemed to slow down Mythos, and maybe there was some contact with an Alpine. We don't really know. It's also possible that it was just tech hardware issues for Mythos who... Oh, Alpine punted Mythos? Okay, Alfa Romeo camp claiming that Alpine has punted Mythos. I guess we're gonna see that in this year's office then. We have a battle, Minico versus Lennart now. Aston Martin versus Ferrari, and also Ferrari fighting for the P4 with Henry. And Cookie, at the very top, has 3 laps to go and is in the DRS range of the Mercedes. And as I'm about to come up on that main straight spot where it's so easy to overtake these cars on hards, Kogoda swerving dramatically to break the slipstream, but alas, there is nothing you can do. To quote the great emperor. Oh, you even dropped the little nickname, Pundish Punt there. All right, let's wait for the steward's decision on that before we start calling him Pundish Punt. Why is Leonard pitting? Surely this is just costing him positions. He must have had a puncture. I know you're just joking. I know you're joking. Okay. Leonard must have had a puncture. There is no way he has any reason to pit there. So that must have been a puncture. Wow, that's extremely unlucky for the second Ferrari who is getting damaged in this race. Fico completely dying in that incident. Cookie will now run away with this lead. We want to have an amazing, thrilling photo finish. Kartoffel, you are the first ever... well, you're not driving right now, but you're the first ever quote-unquote driver in SFR to say out loud that you are biased and like admit that without me having to like call that out or anything. That is insane how self-aware you are as a driver. That is very impressive, sir. I tip my hat to you. Cohen is still on the podium, so good news for McLaren camp. And as Kogoda lost that lead, I made it sound all dramatic. Guess what? Mercedes is still probably super happy with not only getting the podium, but getting the P2 in Qatar. Kogoda's teammate for the race, Nikon, not doing so well in P14, but that finish from Kogoda will still raise some eyebrows and raise some glasses in the Mercedes headquarters. Hey, I made my way out of that one. Minico sees the time penalty on Cohen. Oh, Mythos disconnecting? What's up with that? You can disconnect right before the finish. Oh no. Not cool, not cool. That maybe wasn't even intentional. Anyway, what was I saying? Minico can see the penalty on Cohen. What is the penalty on Cohen? Yes, it is 3 seconds. So Minico can see that penalty. And he knows. Nikon, no fuel? Okay, knowledge check. There we go. Nikon, no fuel, allegedly. Minico can see that time penalty on Cohen. It's only 3 seconds, and Minico is 4 seconds behind. And it's got to be so frustrating to know that you are not making it. And now Max Martin is coming to crush his dreams and hopes as well, even harder. Oh, God. What's the time penalty on Max Martin? What's going on there? Also 3 seconds? Okay. Max Martin will be losing a position or two there after the penalties. Not the best result ever. It's not like when Cookie went last to first in Silverstone, not literally last because F1 Senna started last, but almost last to first. But, I mean, getting quali banned and then still making good points, that's something. That's okay. I wouldn't be super disappointed with Max if I was Red Bull boss here. Usually Red Bull TP commentates these with me, so I guess I gotta fill in for him and be like, oh, there's neutrals here. I'm not disappointed in Max. Good job, Max. Okay. Miniko staying in DRS range of Max. Cookie about to win. Cookie lapped someone. He got a drive-through and then he lapped someone. Who is that? Let's tackle. Must be tackle. Let's see Nikon. Does Nikon really have no fuel? Oh, it's not that he literally ran out of fuel. It's just that he's probably having to like lift because he can see that, you know, he's running out. Anyway, Cookie wins the race. Congrats. Kogoda, Pito. Great job. Amazing run from Cookie on those softs at the end. Wow. Cohen with the podium. No one is able to snatch that podium away from him, even with the time penalty. Miniko just shy of the podium in P4. Max in P5 after the quali ban. Good recovery run. Bandishpan gets a massive penalty. Oh my god. That might be unfair. Henry P6, F1 Senna P7. Leonard in P8 after a very unlucky and incident-prone race. Not a very nice weekend for the Ferraris. Igzish is in the points in P9, recovering from his leg surgery. Big Sauce in the points, only dropping one position after that amazing quali, which put him at P9 on the grid. Hell in P11, just shy of the points. Bandishman P12. Another great showing from the Alpines, but there's also that like hugely, potentially unfair time penalty that might be affecting this, so pay attention to incident rulings after this one in about 3 days from now. Zumble P14. Nikon running out of fuel, tragic. Mythos Speed with tech issues. Alex, I have no idea what happened to Alex this race. We weren't really expecting him that much. Oh, drag race. Looks like Alex barely losing that to the AI of Mythos Speed. Ends up P15. I'm just realizing how much food stuff we got going on in SFR. We got Corny that is related to corn. Cookie is a cookie, so that's food. Often Kartoffel is doing stuff, so that's a potato. Is there anything else like food related going on with the teams? I think Casper Sky sounds like an amazing pasta recipe, but sadly it's just his name. There's really not much going on there. Cookie snatches the win and the fastest lap with an amazing run at the end there, despite the drive-through even. Wow. Also, there's a big possibility that that drive-through was like buggy, because you get weird deltas in this game all the time. So yeah. Kogoda and Pito and Cohen also closing out the podium with the McLaren. And the Ferraris are missing from this podium, but every other top team is here. Very unlucky, very unfortunate race for the Ferraris. I'm going to do my best to show the results on stream now so that we got them saved in many ways as backups. We got to be smart. Duck you can eat? Yeah, I mean ducks are animals first and food later, right? You can't be like ducks are food. Surely that does not track, right? If you said if you were called fried duck breast, then that's different, you know? Steamed hams. No, we don't have a steamed hams person, and that would be amazing though. Let me show race director as well. If you're reporting your unfair warnings and such, you might use this one from the stream if you forgot to get your own. Isn't that cool? Okay. Can we get a Max interview? Let's see. Oh, actually, hold up. I gotta switch to the stream. Stream done screen. There you go. We're gonna do an interview with Max, and then I'm gonna sign off. I think we're just gonna do one little interview. One little interview. Hey Max, you down for an interview?
Yeah, Yeah, go on.
Yeah?
Yeah, go on.
Great. You got quali banned before this, and you were on 7 penalty points before this.
Sadly,
Are you on 8 now? First question.
I don't think so.
All right. It didn't look like it on stream for sure, but I have to ask, right?
Hang on.
All right. So, probably still on 7 penalty points. That's good. Nice recovery run for you.
Thank you.
How how dead were those tires on lap 14 and lap 17? When did you actually
Um,
end up pitting? Lap 17, lap 18?
Lap 19.
19. All right. How bad were those tires doing at the end there? That was a long time that you stayed out on those hards, huh?
Well, compared to the beginning of the race when I had like traffic and everything, I was actually going faster,
Uh-huh.
surprisingly. But otherwise, they were hanging on by a thread,
Mm-hmm. Well,
basically.
do you remember the percentage?
It was like the lap I pit, it might have hit 70%.
Mm.
Not too sure.
Wow, that's wild.
And then,
Tire wear was crazy for this track. I think we saw Leonard get a puncture because like he pitted like 2 laps before the race was done, and I'm thinking, bruh, there's no way you're pitting and losing all these positions when you could just slow down a little, right? That had to be a puncture, right?
I don't think he got a puncture. I think he might have got damage from what was going on with the
No,
McLaren.
that was earlier.
Yeah.
I
Well, I don't
mean,
know.
because Leonard wasn't. You didn't see that because you were farther back at that point. But Leonard had this incident where FICO died, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So Leonard got the wing fixed right after, I believe.
No, but I'm talking about when he was fighting with Henry.
Oh, there
Like,
was also a Henry battle. I might have missed some instance of Leonard getting front wing damage. Yeah, actually, it's possible.
and either way, compared to me and Miniko, and I think even compared to Henry, he didn't necessarily have the pace.
Yeah.
I don't think we
Right.
were catching up pretty quickly.
Last question, I guess. You happy with the recovery run? Obviously, you were a quali band. You had a little last to first challenge there. If Neutrals was here with us today, do you think he would be happy with your performance? Are you happy
I
with your performance?
um, it definitely could have been better,
Mm-hmm.
but to get P5 after starting last and having to be so careful getting through the field, I think it's good enough.
All right. Certainly was entertaining to watch, and I did remark on stream that you probably did okay. That was a good recovery run.
Thank you.
Yeah, all right. I'm gonna move you out and I'm gonna conclude the stream. Thank you for the
Right,
interview.
thank you.
Oh, I also should probably say on the Discord that interviews are done so that people don't get annoyed. Interviews done. Only wanted to do one today. Thank you. All right. I informed everybody. Time to wrap this thing up. Before I wrap it up, I need to point out in exactly 1 week from now, March the 3rd, we're going to do a raffle where anyone who donated to the Gaza fundraiser could win a Steam gift card of £25. You can still take part in that raffle by donating. Check out the channel Gaza Fundraiser on the Discord. Any amount donated gives you a chance. The more you donate, the more chances you get. Basically, every pound you donate gives you a little ticket that we input into the lottery later. That means the minimum donation of £5 should be quite a substantial chance to win, especially given that many people donated a lot and then explicitly checked out of the raffle. So that gives you better chances as a person who wants to win the Steam card and donate. Just check out the channel Gaza Fundraiser. By donating there, you are making SimHaven have impact on the real world. Sim racing, roleplay, all that fun stuff, that's cool and all. But SimHaven's ultimate and most noble purpose is to help people and raise money for charity and have, like I said, impact on the real world, not just like fake sim racing, right? Not just video games. So that is what you are helping to do by donating even the smallest minimum amount of £5, which where I live is a small pizza, to the fundraiser. All right. And now I'm gonna do the ad read and I'm gonna check out. Where is my ad read? I never have them ready. I always have to like look for them in the Discord. Where are my dragons? Okay, there we go. SimHaven is an online racing community for everyone. This one's SimHaven's F1 Round 9. Event was possible thanks to Alex, who made our beautiful calendar. Neutrals, who runs our awards, along with Alex, I guess. Waps, who wrote a rulebook. Berju and Oliwan, who helped with stewarding. FB, who designed our new feeder series and helps with ratings and stuff. All of our F1 drivers and team principals that are lovely, and we love you. Our Assetto Corsa Competizione branch, called Haven GT, had 90 minutes of Nürburgring literally yesterday. They took over the Twitch stream, so you could see that live. You can know more about their upcoming endurance races if you check our website, simhaven.org. You can also, if you're in our Discord server, which is SFR, you can go to the servers channel and see them there. Check out our YouTube channel, unless you're watching this on YouTube. It is just SimHaven. Join, if you're not on Discord, join the Discord server at bit.ly/SimHavenFormula. That's where all the racing and signing up is at. And one last thing about the fundraiser. We're raising money for the victims of the Gaza Strip bombings. More info on that in the Discord server at bit.ly/SimHavenFormula. Channel is called Gaza Fundraiser. You can win Steam gift cards if we reach our milestones. Like I said, we reached the first one already. Raffle winners will be announced when the fundraiser concludes. That is going to be at the end of the season, but the first gift card will be given away March 3rd in a week. Help us raise money for Save the Children Fund. Next streamed event is going to be Saturday. That will be F1.5 round 10. Tune in for that, and thank you for watching.